first today is Daryl S. Griffin, CEO of ECLAT Security Group. Since launching in 2022, ECLAT has quickly become a leading provider of intelligent, community-focused security services. With a philosophy rooted in adaptability and servant leadership, Daryl and his team are committed to staying ahead of evolving threats while keeping safety and trust at the heart of their work. Let's give a warm Brunch Bunch welcome to Brother Daryl S. Griffin. Welcome. How are you, man?
I'm doing pretty good. I feel like Shannon Sharp gets after that introduction.
Well, listen.
I appreciate it.
I want the Shannon Sharp viewers and money, too. Listen, let's do it. So, Daryl, listen, we are living in, as the late, great Reverend Clay Evans used to say, we're living in some crucial times right now, where cyber threats are happening all over the place. Cybersecurity is at risk. AI and the AI, I was watching Good Morning America the other day, and how a woman was talking about how a mother got scammed out of hundreds of thousands of dollars because she thought she was dating a soap opera star because of the AI fake. Wow. So let's start with your background. Yes, what led you into the security industry and eventually to becoming CEO of ECLAT Security Group?
So what's ironic was I never actually anticipated even being in security. Growing up, I grew up on 59th and Wabash, and I always went to Hill Franciscan, and we used to always make fun of the security officers. Mm-hmm. Friday didn't do security industry no justice with the top flight. What's ironic though, in 2009, I started working for my brother who owned a security firm because I needed a job. Grew up in the ranks at my brother organization, as sometimes you hit your zenith.
Yep.
And so I wanted to impart my mission and vision on the organization, and I started ECLAT in my mind probably about 3 years before I actually actualized it. And in 2022, I put, God say faith without works is dead. I put the works in, and we was recognized as an LLC in December of 2022.
Congratulations.
Thanks
Congratulations.
So much.
Yeah, clap it up. I like when Jarrell in the studio. He the good amen corner. You have to tell people to clap. Jarrell be ready. But for those who may not be familiar, what does the name, and I'm saying it correct, right?
Yeah, you are.
Okay.
You are.
What does the name ECLAT mean, and how does it reflect the company's mission?
Man, that's a great question. I appreciate the question. So ECLAT stands for Brilliant Display and Dazzling Effect. And when I was looking for a name, most security agencies, as you know, they have their last name on their company. And so I was thinking about Griffin Protection Services. It was going to play on GPS, but it wasn't really, it was like Lil Luther Curl. It really didn't hit right. And so I wanted something that is zoo excellence. So I looked into the thesaurus and put the word excellence in and looked at all the different synonyms for it. And I found ECLAT, which really is a French term that's originally pronounced éclat, where the Q accent is over the E. But what I actually did was I thought éclat didn't have that that nice ring to it, so I put a hyphen in it and ECLAT Security Group. And so the reason why it's important because we have to be brilliant and we have to make sure that we do everything professionally when we are serving our clients and our customers.
That is true.
In the way that we look, in the way that we speak, in the way that we write reports, and also in the way that we interact with individuals. And so if you see any of our team members in the field, you should see excellent display of the way they wear their uniform, the way they communicate with you, and the way they interact.
That is, and that's a good thing. And I love the name. I like what you did. GPS would have been, it would have been pretty cool, but I like the ECLAT.
You never know, you always do a spinoff too.
That's true. So you started ECLAT in 2022. And in entrepreneurship, we should see a need and meet it, right? Yes. And that's when you start a business. So what gaps in the market were you hoping to fill and are filling?
That's a great question. my entrepreneurship really was a surprise. I never, where some people grow up and they know they're gonna be entrepreneurs at the age of 13. I didn't really learn my purpose until I was 45 years old.
Wow.
And so what gaps I seen was that I wanted to use the vehicle security to actually help people push their lives forward. And what I also seen in the security industry is that it's not well respected like it should, because really securities are your first responders. The gentleman downstairs that rang me in today, if something was to happen, he would be the person that you would look toward to let you know if the stairwell A is out, or what is an active shooter threat. And so I wanted to really put the professionalism back into, well, not even back into the field, put it in the field where people respect it. Not that we are law enforcement, but we really are on the scene prior to anyone getting there. And so I wanted to provide the professionalism. I wanted individuals to work with integrity, and I also wanted to give them options to be able to either be a field armed officer on the field or be a CEO. And so that was my thought.
Gotcha. And that's a good thing. And you said something, because we don't take it, we don't understand how important the security officers, security guards are. Before, I think we said it off the show, I think we were on break, you talked about top flight security and the school security guard growing up. And those are important roles.
Them are huge. They are huge. They are, what we found during COVID, that security was really an essential worker, where most people didn't come out. Security officers was actually in the field every day, and you wouldn't believe that just the rate that they was getting paid at the time, while they risking their life and going back to their kids. I really seen that we needed to really professionalize the position for individuals to know that these individuals are here, and just as important as someone delivering your electricity.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you, when I was in high school, and them big brawls would break out, and there's 30 girls fighting, and the security guard got maced and hit with locks and knocked down. I used to say, you couldn't pay me to do this job.
I mean, listen, it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the faint of heart.
So what makes ECLAT's approach to security different from the top flight security of the world?
You know what?
The Craig now.
You know what? It's very simple. Customer service. Customer service is lost nowadays. I mean, I'm talking about you going to a store where you're spending your money and you have to speak to the individual that's servicing you. Our approach is to make sure that we are very specific for the client. We make sure that we understand exactly their needs and approach them. It's not a cookie cutter size with security, where as one client may want an individual in a suit jacket, another one may need the full body armor and a weapon. And so we make sure that we tailor-made our approach to fit every client that we is able to procure.
And customer service is important. I had a call with, shout out to the First Lady Emeritus of Salem Baptist Church, First Lady Jamel Meeks. We were talking about business. And I told her the other day, one of the most important classes that we need to teach entrepreneurs is customer service. And we don't think that, because we think, we just teach that to our employees. No, small business owners need to know customer service. And that leads me to this next question, because you've described your team as rooted in servant leadership. How does that philosophy show up in the services you provide?
That's a great question. When you are a servant leader, you put yourself last, and you put your team members and your customers first. And so anytime we onboard our clients, our team members, we want to make sure that they understand that they are here to provide a service for our customers, making sure that they take their egos out of the situation and be able to really be personable with them without crossing the line. We also train them on de-escalation. So if a situation arises, they are able to de-escalate and mitigate situations for our client and for themselves, because we know that most people are doing security with any job to get a paycheck and go home. And so we don't want them to be putting themselves in any situation that's unnecessary. And so you always put yourself last in servant leadership and put the client and the customers first.
So what type of clients, since we're talking about clients, what type of clients and communities do you typically serve, and what are some of the biggest needs you're seeing right now?
Man, so I don't serve enough of them, first of all. So anybody listening,
I love it. Hey, listen, let them know.
Anybody that's listening, give me a call. We do a lot of we serve individuals at the local, state, and federal level. We don't have any federal contracts right now, but we HUB Zone certified, so we are able to work with the federal government if needed. We do a lot of non-for-profit organizations. We also do some residential buildings and along with some grocery stores as well. The biggest need for the clients is finding individuals that are willing to really do the job and wanting to be able to take security seriously. And what happens is oftentimes, as with security, it's always a race to the bottom in procurement, where if I'm competing against security company B, sometimes our bill rate do not allow us to pay a livable wage for our customers. So you usually get someone that's not performing. But ECLAT, we give our client the rate that we know that will be able to bring someone, get someone to work every day, quality, and be able to show up.
One thing I've learned in my travels over the years, if you take care of your people will take care of you.
That's it.
And that starts with making sure you paying them livable wage.
You have to pay them. You have to pay a livable wage, for sure.
Sure, you paying your people good, they'll fight for you. Somebody look at you wrong, they'll jump up.
They will. They will. And oftentimes people get competitive wage and livable wage mixed up. You know, competitive wages is what the market is saying. Livable wages, I don't have to have 4 jobs to make ends meet. And as we know, sometimes ends just don't meet.
A lot of times, more times than not, and that's the issue. So September is a big month for you. You're offering special pricing for concealed carry classes, which my nephew just asked me for his birthday if I can get him in a concealed carry class.
You know what's ironic is I know oftentimes people bring you guys, shirts and things of this sort. So I do have something for you, and it wasn't planned. It wasn't even planned. So these are 2 free concealed carry.
Wow! So, all right.
We charge $175, but you can use them, or whoever may need it. Just give them the card. Tell them bring it and give me a call.
Well, I'm not gonna give it to my nephew because after he asked me to get his concealed carry, he told me he was gonna get a what I said yesterday, a assault rifle or something. I said,
not in Illinois.
You can't conceal carry that crazy. I said, what's wrong with you? I said, no, you can't get the lights.
He's trying to buy a Draco, so that's not gonna happen. That's not gonna happen in Illinois.
Yes, but you know what? Okay, so tell us about that, your concealed carry class, why it's important, what people need to do to sign up, and we're gonna bless one of our listeners with a free concealed carry class.
Man, that's excellent. My concealed carry for the month of October is going to be $100. What you can do is you can sign up at eclatsecurity.org. We will be listing the dates right after the show of the days that we'll be physically doing security. We usually do it on a Saturday and a Sunday. Concealed carry is definitely important because, as you know, we are living in perilous times where you got to be able to protect yourself and your family. And you also want to go to a reputable concealed carry instructor that's going to teach you the laws and understand. Make sure you understand your rights when you are actually carrying a weapon. Oftentimes, people take concealed carry and they think just getting a weapon is enough, but it's a lot of different things that you need to do about to know when you're carrying a concealed. For instance, what happens if you actually have to discharge a weapon? And so most people stop at, I got my weapon, I got my FOIA card, and that's enough. And so if you're interested, once again, I might probably say it fast because I talk fast, you go to eclatsecurity.org. That's ECLAT, security, common spelling.org, and the classes will be going up later on today.
All right, listen. $100, $175 regular price is still affordable. Because I've seen classes $250, $350, $400.
People price gouge.
They price gouging because when you know better, you do better. But when you don't know better, you don't do better. So listen, Brother Daryl, we are grateful for you joining us on the show today. Believers, the third caller to call 855-999-1390. That's 855-999-1390 will win a free concealed carry class on behalf of ECLAT Security Group. I'm thinking of ECLAT in my mind. So that's 855-999-1390. The third caller will win a free concealed carry workshop. Thank you, Brother Daryl S. Griffin, for joining us on the Brunch Bunch. We appreciate you, and we'll make sure we get that winner over to you, man. Listen, believers, we're going to keep you informed. We're going to keep you engaged, and we're going to keep you winning, because up next is Win-Win Communication. It's Charles Jenkins winning right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Okay, so what you gonna do about these phone lines?
We're gonna take it.
It's like full.
Is it full? We're only giving the third big one.
It's literally like
no problem, man. I'm glad you made it, man. Yeah, look, Kim was gonna beat me up.
Man, Kim, yeah, I was gonna ask her to come, but I was just making sure that I get here. So yeah, but I appreciate you.
Daryl, I want you to meet Winona Records. Daryl Griffin, E-Class Security Group.
Oh, you in security?
Yes,
he got a great security company. His house on 79th.
75th.
75th.
With all the security companies, because DO3 was mine. So we get.
All right, I understand that, sir. I'm just
me.
First of all, you're right. You are the third caller, and congratulations. All right, give me 1 second. This is the producer, Jarrell. All right, sir. So your first and last name is.
Hey, how you doing?
How you doing?
Wow. What the hell, Francisco? You teach that? I know.
What's the last name?
Oh, yeah, he missed the hell.
Yeah, Daryl Griffin. Yep. Class 95.
Can I get a phone?
Do everything. So,
all right. That's all the information I need, Johnny. We got to finish the show up, and then somebody's gonna get to you about the rest of the information. Okay.
Are they all coming in?
All right. Give us about 30 minutes or so. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
So then that way they hear, and we'll let them be the heads of the table.
All right. And thank you for listening, sir.
We have another stand right here.
All right. You want to get us to bro? With my show, whoever.
Are you on that?
I don't know what other information you need, but that's what I got. Hey, Daryl. You can't just light up the phone lines like that randomly, bro. You gotta let me prepare. Bro, it's on fire. It's not calling in. It's
what they calling in?
He was giving away a free concealed carry class.
Oh, really? And how much are they? About $100 or $300?
175 usually.
Okay. That's one of your Hales Franciscan alumni. Oh, yeah. They all know you.
See, I was business manager too, so that helped me meet another generation. You know, in the early '90s.
Okay.
Yeah. So Daryl came out in '95.
All right, man.
all right. We got you. Okay.
How y'all doing?
Okay. Yeah, put that mic. I don't know if we can put that mic in, but put it back in that spot. You know the phone lines are still like.
Did you get the third call?
Yeah, I got them.
You all had the water. He didn't drink.
He didn't
touch.
Everybody
Yeah, everyone was talking.
Now we need to make sure.
So before we drop the win-win, so let's bring me in so I can announce the winner.
You got a winner?
Yeah.
You got the name right there? James Tyler, Johnny Tyler?
Right. Because he said they still calling.
Imagine this. You're asleep. Suddenly your phone alerts you. Someone's at the door. Would you rather be caught off guard or be in control?
Safety isn't optional. It's a necessity. That's why we trust Secure Home and Automation, the experts in life safety and security systems.
And right
Seems
now,
like it's been
Secure
forever.
Home Automation is offering.
I looked up at Ronnie. I'm like, wow.
Slim and trim. And it's on the phone with Deborah. So I need to take that off or leave it on.
We can move that one. Yeah. Justin, leave.
All right. That's anybody else need it? Everybody got their own money.
Where should people look? Should we look at each other? Should we look at him?
Look at look at Winona. Look at who's talking to you. So, the camera gonna catch all the great angles.
Can I tell you what my good angles are?
Yeah, that's the winner right there. All right, so we got minute.
He brought his own.
Is there another spare one?
Y'all need some
You
water?
want water? Just
Thank you.
If you grab a few. Ooh, sounds of blackness. What's that?
What?
Are they coming? Or they been here?
They probably came here already. About 20 seconds, Marcel.
You're gonna talk to the guests on the
Tuesdays
line?
at 12:30.
No, the
no,
guests
he
off.
gone. I'm
Yeah,
gonna
he
just
gone.
announce something.
So they can
And
stop
then
calling.
Each
Because they still
week,
calling.
I'm gonna
Community
just
Chatter
announce
shines a
them
light
and
on the
then
people, passions,
say
and
community
powerful
chatter's
stories
next.
that are
Drop it in.
moving our communities
Okay,
forward.
that's how you gonna do it?
So
All
make
right.
sure you're
Come
tuning
on then.
in to the Brunch Bunch
All right.
Tuesdays at 12:30 so you don't miss Community
5,
Chatter, brought to you by Win-Win
4,
Communications, where
3,
together we win.
2.
Everybody bow you down. You rock with the Brunch Bunch right here on Inspiration 1390. Our last guest, Daryl S. Griffin of ECLAT Security Group, gave away a free concealed carry workshop, and we have a winner, believe it, so you can stop calling. We took the winner on commercial break, and that's none other than brother Johnny Tyler that was tuned in. Whoa, 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 whoa. Shout out to Johnny Tyler. You won a concealed carry license workshop on behalf of the Brunch Bunch and ECLAT Security Group. But you know what? The rest of you are winners because coming up, we're going to keep winning with Community Chatter by Win-Win Communications right here on the Brunch Bunch.
Hi there, it's Wynonna
I'm
Redmond.
not
It's
in
Are you
there.
ready?
time to win because
I'm
it's
not
time
in
for
there.
Community Chatter, brought to you by Win-Win Communications.
Of course, I haven't been here in so long, and I'm so excited because Tuesday is my favorite day of the week because we have community chatter. I'm botching words. 6 weeks off, you can get a fix. But we have community chatter with none other than the queen of shining lights on Hidden Figures, and that's none other than Wynonna Redmond. Woo, 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 woo.
I can honestly say I miss Marcel.
I-
But I've seen you on, of course, social media. I've seen you at events, but those adorable Junior Marcel and Valencia. But happy to be in the studio again, and we have so much going on, and so much going on. The 15 years I worked in corporate America and then went on my own at Rainbow Push. So definitely 20 years. How long were you put the head of finance for?
16 plus years as
you,
the chief financial officer.
you were chief finance, so he was CFO at Rainbow Push. And anybody that
Wow.
had to deal with push, money, sponsors, conferences, wars, John Adams was always the sanest person I could go find at
Oh,
Rainbow
wow.
Push. But John was passionate. You know, I think all of us that have been blessed to be around the history maker, Reverend Jesse Lewis Jackson. And I went to school with half of the kids. I went to school with Santita and Jonathan. We just have witnessed history. And John was so passionate about the Bronzeville Trail. And then Major Adams. And then
Major Taylor.
Major Taylor. Why did I say Major Adams? Because you're John Adams. Major Taylor. And I know Hermine Hartman and you guys have really been on. Chicago is a destination. You don't have to go to Paris. You can be right here. But John, you've got a lot going on, and you just finished a big filming. But welcome. And you
welcome
were,
back.
welcome back.
Yes,
But
welcome
Hell's
back.
Franciscan, and you were like Hell's Franciscan, saving schools, saving. How many causes don't you have? And then when we start going Divine Nine, it's just all over the map. So he just did the signal, but in any event, welcome, John.
Thank you, Wynonna.
And then we're gonna pivot before the show's over, and really welcome our guests. In the arts, with all that's going on, culture is such a great thing, and we got some talented folks. We got Kimberly Dixon Mays, our playwright, and Christopher Whalen,
Wow.
an assistant teaching professor of theater acting at the Chicago College of Performing Arts. You held by Baltimore, is that right?
Yes, that's right.
But
No,
but when you
how you say it? I know.
but
I use the T, but I know the D is out there. I can say Baltimore if I need to.
Baltimore.
Baltimore, okay. But so we just look forward to celebrating culture, history. It's so much going on with politics. The show today with Community Chatter is all about where we're going. But John, you could be a walking encyclopedia, but you got some stuff going on this week. So let's make sure folks know how to get to you and get what you got going on. I know Dr. Carol Adams is one of the big historians, sociologists, and voices for you, and that Hermine Hartman is you don't get any better than that. So
Thank you, Winona. So first, just to level set the listening audience as to what the Bronzeville Trail Task Force is all about. We're the community-based organization
mm-hmm.
that has proposed to repurpose an abandoned rail line that runs east and west through Bronzeville, approximately down 40th Street, from Dearborn to the lake, to a linear park, to a walking, running, and biking trail, very much like the Bloomingdale 606 Trail on the north side of Chicago. We began this initiative, incorporated September 8th, 2020. We're now 5 years in, and we've had just amazing success. Every elected official supports this endeavor. And this weekend, we're celebrating our third installation and awards luncheon at the Hyatt McCormick. Reception starts at 11 a.m. That'll be this Friday, the 12th, September 12th. Lunch will be served at 12 noon. And we have a number of awardees, as well as Sierra Boatwright is going to be our featured speaker. Sierra is the commissioner of the Chicago Department of Planning and Development. One of our awardees is president of the Cook County Commissioners, Tony Preckwinkle. Another awardee is a landscape architect instructor at Illinois Tech, and her name is Maria Villalobos Hernandez. And then a third awardee is going to be Mr. Vernon Williams, a famous Chicago architect. He practiced here for probably well over 30, 40 years. He's semi-retired now. He lives out in Phoenix. He will not be able to join us, but he is literally the very first person, Winona, that I reached out to when I was inspired to talk about this project. And I texted Vernon. Vernon went on Google Earth, took a look at it, said it looks great.
Wow.
It's doable. And he was out in Phoenix, and I had never been on Google Earth in my life.
I was gonna say Google Earth. Is
Thank
that
God
like
for
the same
technology.
thing as when you start getting pictures of the sky? You actually can go to the ground too
Yeah.
with Google.
Yeah,
Okay.
so he did all of that. And lastly, two other awardees, the Smith Group, which is going to be represented by three of their principals that have been working very closely with Vernon Williams and Maria. And that is Janet Altarian, Chris Lucius, as well as Hannah Higgins. And so those are the awardees. Other than that, we're going to install our directors for 2025, 2026.
And really what you do, and we keep saying that Chicago leads the nation, and
Mm-hmm.
we've had presidents come out of this place, but when you look at the Bronzeville Trail and when you start looking at the destination and how Chicago and Illinois ranks in the nation, you've really done a very big initiative to put Chicago and Illinois on the map.
Yeah, these trail projects have proliferated approximately 40 years, Winona, mostly grade level. The ones that have been more challenging are the ones that are on embankments, and certainly the poster child is the High Line in New York, the Bloomingdale Trail here in Chicago. In fact, in 2022, the latest numbers I've seen, over 1,000,002 visitors went to the Bloomingdale 606 Trail.
Mm-hmm.
So what makes ours so amazing as a project is it also connects with the migration history. And so those who are not familiar with the embankment, it literally represents the remnants of the old stockyard line. And our people, of course, migrated from the south, came from plantations, farms, sharecropping, etc. And as we used to joke growing up, and I'm sure my age, they used to know how to cut up a pig from the rooter.
Two.
You had to say the rest. So that's the culture, right? And
It
so
takes forever to talk about the stockyards. But so then you've got this, and of course, Madam President, before she was president of the county board, has great history in the Bronzeville area, and even the landscape with the high rises that when Lakefront Towers came down. But that is this Friday.
That's this Friday.
And how do people join? Is it too late to get tickets? Is it too late to?
Not at all. You're welcome to go to our website, which is Bronzeville Trail. That's one word, bronzevilletrail.org. And there's a link that says 2025 luncheon.
Okay.
Click on that link, and that'll direct you
And
to
you've got
the
some great
program.
folks coming, and we always run out of time. We want to pivot to other good news because we've had lots of news in the news that could give us
Mm-hmm.
some sleepless nights. But to just come back, I'm excited to have a real new friend, a poet and a playwright. But Kimberly Dixon Mays, I knew her Yale college friend was is one of my best friends. But Kimberly, welcome. I don't want to. I want to let you jump in, and Christopher, you know you guys have a great production going on, but you've got a phenomenal background as a playwright and all of these books of you've been in poetry and a number of pieces going on. So I've seen your playwright, you know, resident playwright with the Chicago Dramatists. But tell us about what's going on now, your current project. And I won't even put you on the spot like I do. No, most people that do poetry, we say what pieces. But tell us about your production and nice to meet you, Christopher. But I've met Kimberly before, but I didn't know she had this book of work, and I'm looking forward to coming to see it.
Well, thank you for having us. And yes, speaking of, tough news in the news, this play that we are doing at Lifeline Theater is called Rabbits in Their Pockets. And it's very much about how do we as a people manage to navigate very challenging circumstances, either now or in our histories, while maintaining a sense of joy. So it's about resilience and
Perfect
joy.
timing.
Yes, yes. And I started this piece in a development process with Lifeline Theater through their BIPOC developmental workshop program
Okay.
dedicated to playwrights of color. And then this is never promised, but at the end of the developmental workshop, they said, "Would you like a full production?" And I said, "Hmm." And then I said, "Yes, absolutely."
Wow.
Yes.
So you
Wow.
got to
So
evolve.
I got to evolve it. And then Christopher Wayland, the director, was brought on. And I'll stop talking here, but I will just say that it's a very heartfelt and joyous piece. And one thing that I've been really excited about is that Christopher has a way with both the seriousness of the topic and the joy of the topic. And I'll close by saying it's about two sisters who are trying to figure out how to be joyful in the midst of challenging circumstances. But Christopher,
Which most people need to
yes,
understand.
yes, absolutely. Chris, I wonder if you have thoughts.
Sure. It's been such a pleasure to collaborate with Kimberly on this process and also getting to see it go from the page now to the stage with our brilliant actors and creative team of designers who've all come together and infused their own joy into the piece as well. It's really brought it to life in such a beautiful way, and it's been a real joy to help craft this piece onto the stage. It's a really gorgeous story.
And this hasn't been performed.
This is the world premiere of this
Oh,
piece.
wow.
Like all over the world, it has never been performed in a full production until here in Chicago. And Chris alluded to folks who don't may not know how theater gets made. There's a whole team of 20 something people that we are here representing who
Wow.
have put work into the acting, the costumes, the sound, the lighting, all the things. So that if you come out, hopefully,
Now tell us
yes,
again where,
yes,
how to get tickets,
yes,
when,
yes.
what's the schedule?
So we are in previews right now, and our official opening performance is this coming Sunday. It's a matinee opening. It's at lifelinetheater.com. You can get tickets there.
Okay.
Lifeline lifelinetheater.com. And it runs Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays until October 5th. So
Only a
Fridays,
couple of
Saturdays,
weeks. We got to
Sundays
get it
until
in.
October 5th.
Get
So
your
get it
tickets,
in.
please.
It's in Rogers Park, but I know people have cars and people have Ubers and people have, public transportation. Please come out and support these amazing artists that have put their heart and soul into this piece at Lifeline Theater. It's called Rabbits in Their Pockets.
So, Kimberly, I want to ask you, I'm a theater buff, and I always ask our theater guests, what do you want audiences to take away from this production when they come on Sunday?
I will answer, and I'd love.
Oh, both of you
Yeah,
actually. Yes, yes.
I'm curious what you. But for me, I would like people to take a sense of recognition. They're going to see themselves on stage, no matter their background, no matter if they are black, no matter if they have a sister, no matter if they have a house they have to figure out what to do with. They're going to see themselves. And I also want them to take away a sense of optimism that we can find sprinkles and sparks and pieces of joy right around us. And maybe we do it differently. Maybe I do it differently from how Winona does it or how Chris does it, but we can all find our pieces of joy around us, even in the face of challenging circumstances. So recognition and optimism.
I'll co-sign on that completely. I think the biggest takeaway that I want an audience member to have is to know that, life is going to throw you all sorts of obstacles and hardships, but you have that special bit of magic that is uniquely yours that you can use to get out of any situation, that when combined with somebody else's magic and joy, boy, that gets you even further down the road.
Mm-hmm.
And this is a 75-minute play.
It's about 90 minutes.
90 minutes. And you wrote it?
I wrote it.
And then you expanded it?
I wrote it, and then the team was brought in to bring it to life and put it on the stage. Yeah. So it's been a multi-week, 6-week rehearsal process?
We started on August 3rd.
I love the theme of it. I started the show with my pastor said Sunday, God gives us peace. It's up to us to apply it. And that was so powerful. And what this show was talking about, and we all navigate through life challenges differently, but it's how do we navigate? How do we apply the peace and the tools that we have around us? So I'm excited. And the show starts Sunday, and how can they get tickets again? Because we want to sell it out.
Yes, please do. It is at lifelinetheater.com. That's where you can get your tickets. It opens on a Sunday matinee, and it runs Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until October 5th. And I will also say there are a lot of laughs. Chris has a comedy background as well, and he has infused it. The actors are amazing, so it is heartfelt, and you're going to laugh, if I dare say so.
So, and then on the weekdays, so the matinee is Sunday, but then during the weekdays, the time is what?
The time, Friday nights, 7:30.
Okay.
Saturdays?
We have a couple Saturday matinees as well at 2:30, as well as Saturday evening performances at 7:30. Sunday matinees at 2:30, and there are Thursday night performances as well at 7:30.
And we go to lifelinetheater.com. Well, you know what? Community Chatter is moving, but Winona makes sure that she brings winners into the studio because she wants all of the believers, the thousands of people listening, to win. And when we get back, we're going to keep winning. It's another one of her theme songs, Jacqueline Carr, You Will Win, here on the Brunch Bunch.
The win-win.
So we only do about a minute of Israel. And then Winona, wherever you want to go.
Okay. I'm going to come back to the exact address and the ticket costs and then circle back to John. Now, the major, is that publicly yet, or you're not talking about it yet? About, okay. And I won't talk about the plans for anything else. Okay. But she'll be there Friday. Hameen will be there Friday.
No, she'll still be Friday.
Okay. Between you and Larry Ivory, the Illinois Black Chamber Conference this week. Okay.
Oh, is that this week?
It's September. Nope, it's here at the Wind Creek.
Oh,
I'll send it to you.
Yeah, please. I would love to pull up. since it's here. Jacqueline
Jacqueline
Carr.
Carr. Jacqueline Carr. Yeah, she's been here. She was at the Gospel Fest.
Hold on. You will win because you're listening to Community Chatter right here on the Brunch Brunch, brought to you by Win Win Communications and Winona, who that's the first win in the Win Win, is a winner but shares her platform with other winners who need the spotlight shone on them. And so let's get back into this community chatter.
Yeah, and Jacqueline Carr was so good on the Stellars, and of course, we celebrated Don Jackson and his 40 years. But Kimberly, I'm just so impressed with your authentic work. And so I'm a rambler. So Melody Span, Cooper, Andre Grant, all of us, Dr. Carol Adams, all of us that were Loyola, we know Rogers Park well. But Lifeline Theater, 6912 North Glenwood, right there. And we know the admission is a modest $45, and you've got preview military student discount tickets for $30, an affordable, great evening. But we want folks. We'll put it all over
Yes.
our social media to get folks out. But you've got some all kind of awards you've won. You've been connected with other theaters, including Goodman, and Les Coney is the first African American chair at the Goodman. And so, whenever we think theater and all of what Chicago is rich with, I thank both of you for representing so well. And Christopher, we're not letting you go. You're gonna stay in Chicago.
Yeah.
But
Been here 12 years, so you can't
so
get rid of me yet.
That's why
okay,
you say the
good.
T.
And John, I know we run out of time, but again, all the history that you've seen, all the different lenses you wear, we've got Friday and Bronzeville Trail. You go from the chemical to the cultural all in one spot in one swoop. Why should people come out again on Friday?
People should come out to, it's a friend raiser, first and foremost. We need your support. We want elected officials to know that there's a legion of community activists and supporters, people who love Chicago, behind this project. As
And
we move
Congressman
forward,
Jackson being one of them,
Congressman
and
Jackson is one,
Congressman Davis.
and Davis, every elected official in the state of Illinois that we reached out to supports this project in writing.
Wow.
So we're very honored, and we're just going to have a lot of fun, have a good time. You're going to get a chance to meet some really core conveners of this project, starting with President Tony Freckwinkle of the Cook County Board, as well as Commissioner Sierra Boatwright of the Chicago Department of Planning and Development.
And we've just heard some phenomenal work and projects where our city has gone and the progress they've made. She was at the Business Leadership Council speaking on opportunities. We know Illinois Black Chamber is going on this week at Wind Creek. So Larry Ivory's in town. So there's so much going on this week for everyone to see. But thank you guys for being here. And before, there's also other legislation. John, you have a long list because we've talked about the schools, but Major Taylor, before we leave, the legislation that Congressman passed.
Sure. So if you don't know, Major Taylor is the first African American international sports champion. It was in cycling, and he set the world record in 1899. He moved to Chicago in 1930, passed in Chicago 1932, and we want to honor him with civic honors. And to that extent, our organization, Bronzeville Trail, wrote the legislation to get him the Congressional Gold Medal.
Wow,
Uh,
wow, wow, wow.
Thank you. Thank you so
So
much.
we
That bill
celebrate.
was filed by Congressman Jackson in the last session of Congress, as well as this session of Congress, and we're not going to stop until he receives appropriate civic recognition.
And he's been recognized outside of this country. So when we look at history, let me just say this Saturday, all roads should lead down to 39th and the Lakeshore Drive, the uncf.org, the 42nd annual Run Walk Bikeathon is this Saturday. Speaking of Major Taylor, there are plenty of folks they can run, bike, walk, or skate, and that's going to be right at this Saturday, starting at, you can start registering at 8, but it's going to kick off right after 9.
Well, listen, you all have been some amazing guests. Thank you for joining us on Community Chatter. I said it in the Leaders Network meeting this morning, and I want to say it now. God gives us blessings to be used for his glory. When we misuse or fail to value them, Scripture shows us he will remove them or pass them to someone else. We must value the Bronzeville Trail and support what John Adams is doing before somebody else comes and take it along. We must value these great playwrights and this great production that they're doing, Miss Kimberly and Christopher, because we want them to keep going and keep bringing. We can't say we want black arts. We can't say we want a Bronzeville Trail in our community and we don't value it. We can't say we want community chat and we're not tuning in on Tuesdays to Winona Redmond and Win-Win Communication. So let's give it up
Thank
for
you.
Winona. We appreciate you all.
And we will put everything in social media to follow you, because you've got to be followed individually in addition to this play. But this is just great.
Well, that leads me to a great point. Since I've been gone, I came back and revamped the show. And you know what? Anything that you've heard on the Brunch Bunch today that you want more information, you can now call the Brunch Bunch hotline at 773-345-7441. That's 773-345-7441. We will have all the information about the production, the Bronzeville Trail, and Win-Win Communication. So believe it, as I told you yesterday, put that number in your phone, because now you can reach the Brunch Bunch 24 hours a day via text or call in, so that's 773-345-7441. We encourage you, like we do each and every day, to keep Love 24 alive. Tell someone that you don't know that you love them. Tell someone that you do know that you love them. Love will begin to spread like a wildfire. Tamara Fair, in your absence, I love you. Winona Redmond, I love you. Guests,
we love
we
you.
love you. Believers, we love you. Baby Eminem, we love you too. We get it done Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on the Brunch Bunch on Inspiration 1390.
We have to say Nikki Harvey before it's her birthday. Happy birthday, Nikki
Happy
Harvey.
birthday,
We love
Nikki.
you.
Happy birthday, Nikki. We love you. And they listen in the Congress's office every day. All right, great show, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm trying to figure out how to come on Sunday. My dad had knee surgery. I believe my dad had knee surgery, retired Marine. So I take him to selected it. So
Okay. Oh, okay. So there'll be some seating right in the front, so you'll be up close.
that's retired Marine. So I couldn't take him
Oh,
out there.
sorry. Bye-bye, Facebook. Getting ready for my next meeting. See you tomorrow.